focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Mayama. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Nicholson. Flips it out in the flat. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a
wide open spaces. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Once he got some room, it was over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Sooners offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Passes the 30, he's got away. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Horned Frogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Motion from the back. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Wants to throw. It's Nicholson. Got his man quickly. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Direct snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Takes a hit as he fires. Had it in his hands and... dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
He'll return it from the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Looking for a man. It's Nicholson. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Snags it over the middle. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The Sooners are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Unloads it left. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Catch in the middle. It's Peace. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Hauls it in, and he's brought down after a nice gain. We asked asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll try to pop the draw. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Sooners come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll set up to throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, going to the air. They get to him as he throws. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. And the running back made the catch along the sidelines, but he drifted out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Stevens. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Active hands from the defense. That incomplete pass.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He'll take it on the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Right on the money. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Breaks into the open. just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Still on his feet at the 45. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. He splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas. And it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. To the air, it's Nicholson. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That's caught. It's Peace. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Peace. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Quick timeout. Defense there trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll give it to him again. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with
turning it on! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win.
He lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll move the tight end. To the air. It's Nicholson. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Gets the back moving. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. Right on the money. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, TCU.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Nicholson. On target. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Throws for the tight end. With the catch, it's Gore. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Hit as he throws. Got a man in the middle. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're zone at the 20.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Here we go. On the snap, it's Stevens. Ripping through the defense. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. Goes to the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 7 over Indiana. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Give to the back. Sweet cut there. Really good job. play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Snap to the back. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out of their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Finds his big tight end. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rossi. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
They're going to run it to the right. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Dalton. Let's it fly. On target over the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Hines is back in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Looking to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Good right down the boulevard. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just tweaked a little bit of their way with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
The give as they work on that clock. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. At this point in the season, everything is magnified, guys, and behind this running game, they figure to vault a few spots up in the top 10.
Making a statement, too. Getting it done, running the football against a top 10 opponent in a game of this magnitude, David. You have got to be impressed watching this if you're the committee.
Yeah, and making a statement that we've been ranked too low, right? Like when you beat a team of this caliber, now it starts to move you up the charts, which obviously makes a huge difference in seedings and where you land in the playoffs. So big day.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try.
Let's go.
The inside handoff. He will not get there. Brought down at the one, and the two-point try is no good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There he goes. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Here we go. Sack.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Good timing on the quick out. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national.